Why, hello, hello, pals. Nice to see you all here. Happy start to the weekend. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's having a good day. The Paladin attorney is back. Yes, we are back on the job. How are you doing, Lux? Hope you're having a good start to the day. Or, well, I'd say start to the day. A good day, regardless of the time. Yes, it is time to hop into Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. We've got quite the nasty inquisitor slash prosecutor on our hands in this case. So let's go ahead and see what we can do about that. Doing good, just waiting for food to be done. Oh, nice, nice. Doing some nice home cooking. Maya. Hey, Nick, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief. Hey. Why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Oh, making some dumplings. It's been a while since I've had dumplings. That maybe I should consider making that. I'm always looking for new meal ideas because I always wait until the weekend to figure out. Oh,
Lux Taylor just subscribed for 2 months.
thank you, Lux. You don't have to do that, really, but it is very kind of you to do, and I appreciate it very, very much. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm terrible when it comes to thinking of things to make. I always wait until the last minute at the weekend when I'm buying groceries to figure out what I'm gonna do. But it isn't. I'll have to keep that in mind. Been a while since I've had dumplings. Oh, okay. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Phew. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You're the same. Just look around the grocery store and see what you want to make. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I kind of got used to having meals made for me my whole life. I kind of just, instead of thinking actively of what I want, it's like, it's not until something's in front of me that I realize, oh, I haven't had that in a while, or whatever, so I can relate. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something? Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Any luck with Mia? None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried. I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. We'll let you stew on that as we go back to investigate. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Kiance. Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. Trial today. Yes? What about the trial? Well, I was going to say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank yous, you know? Thanks? Detective Gumshoe? Any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? Sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh, right. He did mention something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. Quite the flashback. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, him becoming a inquisitor, him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, we saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes. I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey. Eh? She's not out on bail yet. That's strange. I told them to let it go as soon as they had the report written up. Man. I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff. I'll be honest with you, pal. I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Really? Cold as ice, Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what you did, you know. I'm gonna head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful there for what you did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. Where else is there to go? Guess I could go back to the offices and think for a bit. Sure is quiet here with nobody around. Right. I have to get Maya out of that detention cell soon. Hey Zeph, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Zeph. So, what do you think we should do next? We're kind of lacking in the clues department. We could go to the park and look for Gordy. I was kidding. Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good a bet as any. What did you say? Shall we head down there? Sure. Have you noticed anything lately? You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm, and they keep it very clean. I meant, have you noticed anything about the case? Well, not much more than that, no. She's probably still upset about Mia. I should leave her alone. Apparently, Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today. I guess I can come back tomorrow if I need anything. Ah, fresh air. I gotta say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? Misbehaving's much more fun. It's not gonna be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail again. Right, I'll behave. Oh dear. There aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Lotta. Y'all really did it today. What did we do now? No, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking. A little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Lotta. So, you see, I wanted to make it up to y'all. Make it up. What did you think of the trial? Just need a sip of water here real quick. Ah, that's better. To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd been a witness. Even though I didn't really see anything. Kinda convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right. You mean the first time you witness a murder? What about Gordy? Right. Well, the way I figure, trial is only stoking the flames of Gordy's fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. Oh, right, Lotta. You go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too. Finish your spirit medium training first. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see, actually, I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? But now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckoned we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us. Right. I propose a little exchange, to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey. I see you thinking, my, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or not? What do we do, Zeph? I think we have no choice. We don't have any other leads, so I think we don't have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Huh? The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. Whoa. Gordy? But Gordy doesn't... I mean, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something? You come to me first, got it? Okay. Right. See y'all later. Okay, Zeph, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Zeph. Don't you get it? Okay. How exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist. Oh, that wasn't there before. What's that? The Steel Samurai, Zeph. Yo, Maya. Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here. It'd be like, really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow, that's real impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And now the show is finished now, so she got them for free. Right. Yo, Zeph. What happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh. Hey Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Really? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right, when the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry. When did you get that big... thing? Huh? Oh, the big guy? I've had that for about a month, yeah? It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Huh? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. Oh, and here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. Let's take a look at that. What's this machine? That's a compressor. I used it to fill up that balloon there with air. Huh, neat. Just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was. Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising. Something about this Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me. Huh? Really? Looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Zeph? Really? True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. These Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. I wonder if I should show him the Gordy article. That's the guy that's selling my dogs faster than I can cook them. Do you think Gordy really exists? Nah, I think somebody probably saw something else that they just thought was Gordy. But I'll keep selling samurai dogs till the truth's out. Let's go ahead and move here. It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. Hey y'all. Well, y'all find anything about Gordy? No, nothing. Well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at nighttime. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, whoa. No, you don't. No sneezing. Achoo! I told y'all, no sneezing. You see, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. You trigger on one of those Von Karma finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry's nice, but what about my film? Zeph, pay the lady. I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore. Huh? Well, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that, at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. What are you going to do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a crew-making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. Huh? So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. Looks like she has more to say about it, but... How do we get her to talk more about it? Yep, I'd have to say I know exactly squat about that. It's painfully easy to know when something doesn't catch Lada's interest. You know, I was wondering... Yeah? What if you get a picture of Gordy, and it turns out to be like this enlargement? Y'all crazy? A blurry picture like this don't make a hit story. I need a picture that screams, I am Gordy, hear me roar. Can't turn in something like this into the paper. What kind of fool do y'all think I am? The kind of fool that would turn a blurry picture in as evidence for a murder trial? Not to mention claiming she saw something she didn't see. I gotta do what I gotta do to get me a picture of Gordy. That's why I've raised the sensitivity of my mic. Just watch yourself from now on, okay? Sorry. Why can't I get her to talk more about Gordy, though? Maybe if I look around for more evidence or something. Wow, Gord Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Zeph, why is it called Gord Lake? Oh, well, a long time ago they used to grow gourds here. Whoa, no way. I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape? Well, it is shaped like a gourd actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. I wonder if we could visit the precinct. Because there doesn't seem to be anything else going on at the moment. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean again? Whatever. Have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is. How is the investigation proceeding? It's not, really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident. And the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta admit, doesn't look good, pal. Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? The monster down at Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Eh? You out of your minds? You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me then? Oh. Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Zeph. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotta. Zeph, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at yous. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid in your search for Gordy. Huh? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, missile. Missile? He's a K9 police dog, still in training. Missile, here boy. Here he is. Hey, he's cute. Look, Zeph, cute dog. A cute dog. And this will help us how? Next, secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Yeah, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster. Yeah. How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know until you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. It might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? I can't make up my mind, Zeph. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either. For the totally opposite reason. Well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. The metal detector, I think, is going to be the most useful, but we will see. Can we borrow that metal detector? Sure thing, pal. I'm not sure what we're going to find with this. Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything's possible. Anything. Well, time to go hunting. Monster hunted. Oh. Zeph! It's beeping. The metal detector's found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Why do I have to check it out? Because I'm holding the metal detector. Zeph, look. Huh? An air tank? Huh. The valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh. Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. It looks like a string of flags? Well, we might as well take it with us now that we found it. Actually, in just about 50 seconds here we'll have our first ad break, so let's switch over to words on stream. Hopefully words on stream will cooperate today. It's been acting a little funky the last 2 times I tried it, but we shall see. And also, I'm gonna have to remember to... Oh, hang on. Okay, good. And while that's going on, and I take a quick water/stretch break, I'm going to pin a comment here for my upcoming Final Fantasy 1 playthrough if anybody wants to fill out this document to become part of the party, potentially. Here's a party registration form. I'm just gonna go ahead and pin that. Bloop, there we go. Let's see. As for this word here. Huh. What could it be? Yeah, it just didn't jump out to me this time. Once again, it just didn't jump out to me, the long word this time. Alright. Welcome back from the break, everybody. Let's return to Phoenix Wright. It's heavy. Air tank of dubious value retrieved. You know, you were talking about how you have this compressor. Maybe you used it on this here air tank. What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Say, is this air tank yours? But why would I have a thing like that? Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your steel samurai there. Must be a coincidence. There's a string of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? To inflate something? You used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? Well, what else? That big, puffy steel samurai. Now, why would you go asking me a question like that? Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always used was on the Fritz, so I tried using the tank to inflate it, just once. And, it didn't go so well. As I suspected. It didn't go so well? Yeah. Do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us. Fine. Whatever. It's like I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then... the valve busted open and made this incredible noise. The tank there took off like a rocket. It took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? Sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. So the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. The 20th, a week ago. Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kyonsei gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. It flew way out there. Took me 4 whole days to find it. The night before last was the night of the murder. Sorry for not telling you, Zeph. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all bad. We solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Figured out what your Gordy was, that's for sure. Yep, I'd have to know I'd say exactly squat about that. Really? But now when we talk to her about Gordy... Well, Mr. Paladin, I've got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet? Lotta. There is no such thing as Gordy. What? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Zeph? Y'all got some proof Gordy doesn't exist? The proof Gordy doesn't exist? Of course I have proof. No paladin worth his badge would make a claim without backing it up with proof. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist. Larry's air tank? What are you all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Zeph? There's a stand near here. A hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot, who happens to be a friend of mine, tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently, it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. Which would explain why there was nothing in her first photo. A bang? The tank, along with the still deflated steel samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait. So, you're saying that Gordy is really the steel samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. Sorry, Lotta. It's okay. You win. I'll give you your info, like I promised. Poor Lotta. So, tell us this information you have. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Zeph. Hold on. Something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know? Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all. Just the lake. Figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. I think it'll actually be very helpful. Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. Oh, looks like I'm dropping frames. That's not good. I wonder what's going on. Maybe the Twitch's servers are just really busy. Hopefully the connection will still persist and it'll get better though. Here's hoping. Hey Zeph. This is the boat rental shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. I agree. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because of the murder. Meg, that you? Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Zeph, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg. Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone? Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello, right? Zeph, what was that? Oh good, the frames have stabilized. That is a relief. Parrot. The one on that perch. Keith! Yes? I'll leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. Zeph, what's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello, alright. Hey, yep. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? It ignored me. What? You forgot, Meg. You gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly, how have you been? Hello, hello, alright. See? Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Too bad all she can say is hello. Well, Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? Look, a little safe. It's locked. A pasta shop? Hey, yep. To think the wet noodle will live on while I'm gone. My father started it, you know. So that makes you two the third generation. Meg? Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy? Meg? Yes? You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? Right. Yeah, everybody knows that. Zeph? Huh. How long do we have to keep up this all-in-the-family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what it is. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Though now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats." That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days. Darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Zeph, this isn't going anywhere. But this old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Oh, right. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? See, Zeph? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Zeph, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. Well, he is asleep, so maybe we can see what's in there? Guess not. How do we get the old man to talk? Now listen here, Keith. Remember that tricolor pasta we were talking about? Our rainbow lioli. I figured out the last color we should use. Indigo blue. Indigo blue? That didn't seem to work the way I thought it might. What if I show it a gun? Nah, not that. Not that either. Must have something. Guess I could just go through everything I have. But... Oh, we got a reaction. That's a Paladin's badge. Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? Yep. I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. Zeph, now's our chance to clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please, help us. A paladin, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. I don't want to make promises I can't keep, but he's a delusional old man, so you know what? We'll go with it. Okay, we promised to run the wet noodle, and because it doesn't exist, I can't break my promise. So how's that for logic? There you go. Zeph, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodle, Soulstice noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say... You too, Meg. Yes? You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello? Hello? What? And now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? We at least showed him the badge, but now I think we can start showing him other stuff and he'll... Polly, here's my only friend in the world. Isn't that right, Polly? Hello! Hello! Hey, yep. Oh, he fell asleep. Not that. Not that. You know about Gordy? Nope. Well, that was quick. What else can I show him? Oh, I could show this. Hey, yep, I seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith? Yes. It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad? Do you know something about this? Yep. The other night, out on the lake. Yes, yes. I know all about that. I seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose. Since you're taking over the shop and all. Oh, good. So you'll tell us what you saw. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night, yep. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang. So I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang. A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself, yep. What did he say? Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise. We need to know earlier than that. You know what, Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yep, the kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat. Got himself some whiskers growing out his face. Must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're gonna get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question. Huh? Polly, have we forgotten something? What? Don't forget DL6. What? Huh? What did she just say, Zeph? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6. What? What? The DL6 incident? Hey, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh. What? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? I need to do a little more research on DL6. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Hey pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? How'd you... That was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. Haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. Said at first he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as the witness. That's why we called Miss Lighthearted yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Detective Gumshoe, please, help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening up the file for you. Well, considering that the bird had something to say, I think it's connected. What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something? What? Don't forget DL6. What? Huh? I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Zeph, you think he might be? I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's record room. I'll give you special permission to go and find what you need. Oh, right. Way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Zeph, to the records room. I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Wow. It's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff, quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Zeph, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Right, let's start with the case summary, shall we? Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place on the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial tomorrow? Oh, is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours. That would be scary like that, in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot. In the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Do you have any data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim, here. Found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35. Paladin. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. Oh, we got another break coming up here. Gonna go ahead and switch over to words on stream. As well as another stretch break, so let's go ahead and bring that up. Welcome back from the break, everybody. Now let's resume the game. So, he was in the elevator with his father. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh. Sounds like the current case. What is going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on. This is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, or Paladin, Robert Hammond. Hammond, the victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much that he even had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in the DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Zeph, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now, all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. At last, it is time for court once again. We can practice Paladin law. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the Inquisition is also ready. Who is the judge here, anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statements, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant, The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Soulstice. Bah. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure, yep. What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear this testimony then, shall we, witness? It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant where I, rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang, yep. When I looked out at the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict. Now. Yes. Mr. Soulstice? Of course I'm gonna cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. I think this is where I should begin my line of questioning. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there were 2 men out there. Yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that is. At the time. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lada said in her testimony yesterday. You know, that's a good point. What was it that Lada said in her testimony? 2 sounds after midnight. Ho-ho. After midnight. The night of the 24th. Wait a minute. Wait. But that... Yeah, this 24th, 25th discrepancy, that's a big deal. There's something going on here. Your Honor, that statement contradicts the evidence. It does. I don't see anything contradictory. Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Soulstice. That didn't go so well. Was it though? Maybe I should show the second lake photo. Same idea, but just getting to it in a different way. Because this is before midnight. Oh, really? That's not it either. Surely I'm on the right track. Maybe it's too early for that contradiction then. Let's look over the evidence one more time and see what it's trying to say. I guess you could even if night of the 24th and the 25th, just after midnight. I guess that doesn't directly contradict, but we haven't established. Okay. Perhaps we should fire off this piece of evidence showing it was fired 3 times. Is this where I present the gun? Because it's been fired 3 times and not 2. Really? I know that's the case, but well, that's not good at all. I gotta put this case together fast. Another bang. This is the second, maybe because this is the second photo, meaning the second time there was a bang. The lake is empty. Hang on. What's in that second photo anyways? And just... if I could look at it without... it just shows an empty lake. Okay, so there's no point in actually seeing it, but... yeah, how exactly do I establish the contradiction that I need here? This requires a bit of thinking. Or maybe it's the fact that this is the second photo, but it was taken before midnight. And this photo was taken before? No. Not good. Just kind of grasping any straws I can here. Now, should I show it? Nope. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is very bad. Oh! What did I do wrong? Uh-oh. Nope. The judge is fed up with me. Oh no! This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear, and I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. Court is adjourned. No. Blech. Not good. Alright, let's get back to where we were. Maybe I should press for more information. That's probably the safe way to go about it. This time we'll let the objection slide. On second thought, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yet. Doesn't matter? What are you thinking, Zeph? What if that old man had something to do with the DL6 incident? Oh, we'll prove that in our time. We'll prove it. If we don't find out who he is, we won't be able to build a case here. She has a point. Alright. Let's press again. Alright, back to where we were. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep. You see? Continue. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Soulstice, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. The Inquisition concedes we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. We pressed on this earlier. Was there someone in the boat? We pressed on this as well. Yep. As well as this. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony. Which made me think I was supposed to press there, but... I mean, present there, but... all that just led me down a rabbit hole of not actually, presenting what I was supposed to, so that's not good. Let's press this last statement as well. By your window... yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And? Could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please, add it to your testimony. Yeah, turns out I should have pressed on everything. I have a bad feeling about this. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad. Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Zeph, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I'd better act quick or this trial's gonna be over. I'm not exactly sure what'll happen, but I have to try to raise some sort of objection. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Soulstice, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? I'm not gonna wait. Your Honor, the witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Soulstice, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Zeph, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Zeph needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Wait, what? Wait, what? This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Wait, what? What? Are you saying I fell for the trap again? Oh. You gotta be kidding me. Wait! Who was that just now? Me. Huh? What? Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there, in the park, on the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something like this has happened in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Zeph, this is it. Larry's given us a final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. You could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Zeph. It doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yeah. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found that balloon and the air tank that night?
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something, Soulstice? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth? There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor on the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Soulstice? Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, Soulstice.
That's right, Zeph. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. Just gonna get another sip of water here. A lot of talking today. Okay. That's better.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Looks like we have another ad break coming up here. Let's go ahead and switch over to words on stream again. Okay. Oh, now I thought of the word. Okay. Got it. There we go. Took me a second. Oh, right. Now I thought of the long word. Whoopsies. There we go. Wait a minute. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Okay. Crap. That's why. Okay. It wasn't physics, it's psychic. My bad. Whoopsies. For some reason I got the two mixed up. That one was a bit tougher. Alright, welcome back from the ad break. Let's continue the trial. That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Soulstice, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Zeph? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's gonna say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Zeph. Does that mean I should be careful about pressing him? Or should I press to my heart's content? I still think I was on the right track with my inconsistencies that I found with the last witness, but I think maybe this is the witness to start establishing these facts on. So let's focus on the bang. Where did this sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. Not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of the case. This is the part I think I need to focus on. So, you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Zeph? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. Wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. If this doesn't work, then maybe I'll press him on the rest of his statements, but... There are a couple different ways to go about it, but it's Lada's testimony that I think we need to rely on here. Yep. Wait a sec, Larry. Well, what? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lada Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Zeph, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts? What? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Eh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else. A radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Order! Order! And stop that booing! Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Soulstice, should he continue? Yes he should. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah. Nothing more pitiful than a paladin who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please continue to give your testimony and include details about your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer? The guy who says things on the radio? Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Soulstice. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. That's what I want to press him on, what he was saying. What did she say? Mr. Soulstice, please cease the pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. Oh, we definitely should care. And I can tell you why. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. I think this is where that empty photo comes into play. How close is almost Christmas exactly? But this is taken... But this... I guess the question is, which shot am I supposed to refer to? I assume the court is thinking of the murder, which is after midnight, but this gunshot he heard was before Christmas. The second lake photo, timing probably. Let's try this one first. Yep. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh?
What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Soulstice? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed. And almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 12:25. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Soulstice, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim that he heard the gunshot before midnight? Well, I think he's actually right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Look at this photograph. It was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is showing in this photograph. It is why is this photograph even here at all? What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Soulstice, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. The fact that the gun was fired 3 times? This is my evidence. A murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witnesses testified yesterday they heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot that Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However,
This leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! What's wrong, Zeph? I have it. I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the steel samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right, I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already got a guilty verdict. There's nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Zeph. Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Soulstice? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Soulstice? So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on the lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well? The guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Soulstice? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Soulstice, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Well, it's not Edgeworth and Hammond, we know that, as we have been led to believe so far. But instead, Edgeworth and the murderer, perhaps? Wait. This was the one taken 15 minutes after, right? So yeah, it'd be Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Soulstice, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right. It's... I don't know. I actually don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah, again you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Well, where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Well, presumably, right here. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it, and returns the boat. Then, as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, it was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Mr. Soulstice, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Zeph, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then, who fired the pistol on the boat? Well, the boat shop caretaker did, of course. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Soulstice. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Just gonna get some more water here. Ooh. This game can be rough on one's voice for going so long. To create a witness. Well, I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would be looking at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit, and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw the attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, then put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Soulstice has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. Oh, looks like I'm dropping frames again. But this is a good time since I'm about ready to wrap up stream, so. I want him and I want to know who he is. Very well, court is adjourned.
Yay, Zeph, you did it.
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
What about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with that testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony, that is. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Soulstice? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. And that's all we'll get out of him today. We still have one more day to try to clear this all up, but that will have to wait until next time. Let's go ahead and save. Thankfully, my voice did not collapse on itself. But that's where we will wrap things up for the day. So, in conclusion, we'd made progress in court. That's very good. Paladin law will see justice sooner or later. But for things that are coming up, the next stream will be on Monday at 1:30 p.m. EST for a MonsterCon collab. So look forward to that. That should be very, very fun. Even a paladin can let loose and be silly from time to time. So there is that. And then after that, I still need to finalize my schedule, but it's going to be a week dedicated to Final Fantasy after that from Tuesday onwards. So look forward to that. Yeah. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and see who is available to raid. Oh, Panda's live. I have not raided Panda in I don't know how long, if ever. So let's go ahead and say hi to Panda. He is playing Blue Prince. I've heard about this game, but I don't know much about it other than it being a puzzle game, so let's go ahead and say hi to Panda. Alright. So with that, I thank you once again for joining me. I appreciate it as always, and I have been your host, Zephyr Soulstice. Until next time, see you soon.